Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Clark. I am the founder and CEO of Clark College Consulting, the superhero of college planning. I've also written two wonderful college planning books that are on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles as well. And I've helped over 1,000 families with drastically changing how they select, apply, and finance college so we can get an excellent education for an excellent price. And so today I wanted to talk about your mid-year checklist. What should my juniors, even my sophomores, should be doing? And also, what should my seniors be doing right now? Well, let's get into this. What should my juniors be doing right now? Well, number one, we want to set a time to speak with your high school guidance counselor. Or if you're working with me, you want to set a time to speak with me as well. But definitely speak with your high school guidance counselor, number one. And number two, you want to prepare for your senior year. So what should your high school counselor meeting look like? Well, number one, you should discuss your PSAT. So have your scores ready. If the counselor doesn't know those scores, they may or may not. So have those ready. Bring those with you, discuss them, let them know where you stand, kind of get an idea of what you might need a little help on, and maybe get some ideas on how to study for the SAT or the ACT that might be coming up. And that brings me to number two. You want to discuss or plan your standardized testing schedule. You want to know when the test is going to be given over the next few months. And you don't want to wait till your senior year to take the standardized test. You want to take them during the junior year and potentially even the end of your sophomore years if your sophomore is listening to this. So you want to go ahead and start setting up your schedule. What test are you going to take? When are you going to take them? My recommendation is find the one that you do best on. Take the SAT once or take the PSAT. Take the plan or the ACT, compare the scores, see which one you do better on, and then concentrate on that one test. And then you want to take that test multiple times. So again, don't wait till your senior year to take these standardized tests for the first time. Please start at the end of your sophomore year or junior year to start taking these tests. You also want to start discussing with your counselor your senior schedule. I know it sounds early, but it's a good time to start thinking about that and planning that out. What's available, what's not available, what can you take, what can you take? Great time to start that conversation. And last but not least, you want to start talking with your counselor about IB test or AP test or any other test that might be coming up and when they will be given. So good time to speak with your counselor. And of course, that mentioned summer programs is a great time to speak with your counselor about summer programs as well. Some of these counselors have to give you recommendations to get into these specific summer programs. So you definitely want to approach the counselor and ask them about that. What about your senior year? Again, you want to start gearing up for your senior year. This is the time to start preparing for it. I know it seems early. You're still in the midst of your junior year. It seems like you got a year away before you get to your senior year, but believe me, before you know it, it's going to be your senior year. So again, you want to start exploring your summer programs. What are your options? Can you go to governor's school? Can you go to summer ventures? Can you get a job? Are there some opportunities to volunteer? Can you do something where you are shadowing someone that you're interested in a potential major or college or career that you want to study in college? Summer is a great time to do that. You might want to ask your counselor about that. Number two, you want to set up plans to prepare for all your spring tests. We just kind of mentioned that, right? So we want to make sure we know when we're going to take these tests. And number three, you want to talk to your teachers about recommendations. Now, most high schools, there's typically, 10 or so teachers that all the seniors run to get letters of recommendation from. And they are bombarded during the senior year. So it's a great time to go ahead and approach some of these teachers that you know, that you did well in, the classes you did well in, and you want to ask them, hey, Mr. or Miss Clark, would you mind writing a recommendation? If I need a recommendation for college next year, would you mind if I ask you to write one for me? And go ahead and ask them, will they write one for you or not? Some will say yes, some will say no. Make sure you pick teachers that are good writers, by the way, because sometimes you do not get to see the letter of recommendations, right? So again, that's something that's very, very important. Do some job shadowing, like I mentioned before. This is a great time to think about your summer, even in the springtime, over spring break. If you aren't doing college visits, make sure you're thinking about what you might want to study in college. And there's nothing like hands-on job shadowing to give you an idea of what it's like doing that job on a day-to-day basis. So wonderful time to do that. And of course, you want to plan your college visit. Visit, visit, visit. Over the next few months, you should be doing a lot of college visits. There's nothing like a college visit. You can look at a college online, you can watch a video. And again, I do encourage you to watch any videos online, a video tour of the college online before you go. Because if you do not like the video tour, you're not going to like the personal tour. So don't waste your time if you don't like the video tour. But watch your video tours. If you like the college, go visit. There's nothing like going to a college, especially when the students are on campus, to really get a good feel of the school or not. So this is a good time to do this. And for my coaching clients, I have two wonderful tools to help you through this process. We have the course plan survey and guided path that will help us list your courses that you're taking and you're planning on taking your senior year. And of course, we have your spring testing schedule already set, or if we don't, we should be setting that already. So come talk to me about that, and you'll be able to see that in guided path as well. So let's move on to our seniors. Seniors, what should you be doing right now? Again, you should be meeting with your high school guidance counselor one more time, or not one more time, but at least one more time. Check on your college applications, and you should be finishing your financial aid or in the midst of completing your financial aid. So what should you be doing or talking about with your high school guidance counselor? Well, you might want to request a transcript for your own records. You want to, because some colleges need them. If you're checking on your applications, there might be a college that doesn't have your transcript where, well, you can't send in an unofficial transcript, but you can go to your counselor or whoever is assigned to do that task and say, hey, Mr. and Mr. Clark, my college needs a transcript, an official transcript. Can you send that again if needed? Scholarships. This is a wonderful time of year, and I do suggest all my seniors do a good scholarship search. And in my new book that I recently published, The College Entrance Game Plan, you should have that, by the way, if you're one of my clients. And in there's a whole chapter about scholarships and how to narrow down the scholarships. But start locally, and that's why the guidance counselors are so important. Start locally because they know about all of the local scholarships that are out there. Then start statewide or regionally, and then go to the big nationwide scholarships, because your chances of getting a smaller, not smaller, but getting a scholarship locally are much greater than applying to these large nationwide scholarships, okay? So you want to start with your guidance counselor. Some guidance counselors put all these scholarships online. Some have a file folder that you just need to go check out. So that's why you need to go speak to your guidance counselor and just figure out, hey, can I find out some more information about some local scholarships? Again, just make sure you're on pace to graduate and you're not meeting or missing any deadlines, which you shouldn't have to worry about, but it's always a good thing to check up on. Now, check on your college applications. I can't stress this enough. Colleges are starting to make this a lot easier, where you can just go onto their website, log into your account, and they'll just have a checkbox saying, yep, we received this, this, and this, you're good to go. Some of the other colleges are a little bit slower with this. Some of your smaller private schools, they don't have that, so you might just have to call them and ask that they've received everything. I always have one student, 1 year, that a college is missing something. They're getting thousands or a lot of information from a lot of different sources, and it's easy to get things get messed up or mixed up. So it's a great time to check on your college applications. And last but not least, parents and students, this is the time to complete financial aid forms. Make sure you complete the FAFSA forms. Make sure you see if your colleges also require what's called the CSS profile form. See if the colleges require their own financial aid form. And some colleges, after you've done all that, will still make you go through a process of what they call verification, where you have to submit tax returns and pay stub or W-2s, things like that. So again, if you have questions about that, if you're in the process of that, feel free to email me or call me or get in touch with me using social media. I'm on all the social media sites. So The most important thing is to take action. Don't sit back and expect people or this to happen for you. You're going to have to do this, seniors and juniors, so and sophomores. This is the time to do it. Make sure you're taking action to complete these steps so we don't miss any important mile markers, if you will, through your senior and junior years. Well, again, thank you so much. Hopefully this information was very helpful for you. Please pass this on if you know someone else who might find this information useful. Keep those questions coming. I'll be glad to answer them using my video newsletter, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great day. All right, bye-bye.